And the winner is... Wow, I can't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the award for Best Actor in Sports Entertainment goes to my guest tonight, Shawn Michaels.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drives and goes wild. I've got the move that really moves. I said chill. Up and down their spine, just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot. I make them shiver. Their knees get weak. Whenever I'm around, they see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
Shawn, kudos to you. Bravo. A masterpiece of a performance, Shawn. I mean, you really... You amazed me with what you did. And I think you deserve this award, and I think you should give the people what they want. Give them a speech. Please, give them a speech.
Look, Chris, I'm hurt.
Shawn, look. This is me you're talking to here. You won the match. The charade is over. The facade is done. You flat out told Batista that you would do whatever it took to win the match at Backlash, and you did. You did whatever it took, and Shawn, that's why you are who you are. It was a masterful, masterful performance. It was tremendous. I mean, that's who you are. Nobody goes from pious preacher to backstabbing bastard faster than you do. Am I wrong? I mean, if I was standing not on the other side of this podium, he'd probably try and super kick me right now with the bad knee, right? Come on. I know the game. You need to enjoy this moment. This award, you deserve this award. I mean, you need to tell Batista, hell, tell everybody here, tell the world exactly what it is you did yesterday. Look right into that camera and tell Big Dave, gotcha. Come on, you deserve it. Please. Okay. See, you don't have to say a word, Shawn. No matter what, you are still, sir, the Daniel Day-Lewis of the WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, kudos to Shawn Michaels for his performance. Hit this man's music right here.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look that drives and goes wild. I've got the move that really moves. I said chill up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy.
Wow. One has to wonder how fair this decision was by the king of the WWE, William Regal, to put Shawn Michaels in this situation. And there is a overt look of skepticism or surmise on the face of that man.
Well, from what I garnered around the locker room, talking with different superstars today, some other superstars share the opinion of Chris Jericho. Not all of them do. To me, if you ask me, Shawn Michaels looks like he's got an injured leg.
Well, everybody's got a right to their opinion. If Shawn Michaels says he is injured, I am one of those that believe he is injured. Case closed. So here we are with Michaels and Jericho teaming up here in Toronto against The Miz and John Morrison, who are the WWE Tag Team Champions. A non-title one-fall matchup. And it's Miz and Jericho starting it out.
The fact that Miz and Morrison are tag team champions is enough credentials, but I mean, if Shawn Michaels is really hurt, as it appears he is, it's going to be an uphill battle for Jericho and Michaels.
And the standing vertical suplex, nicely done by Chris Jericho, who has had some of his finest and more controversial moments even.
Oh, man.
Right here in Toronto. And tag made, Miz out, Morrison in. And Morrison hip locked into a pinning predicament.
This out one more time. Miz coming off that rope, catching a drop kick right in the mouth.
But the fact that Miz realized he was in trouble and needed to make a quick tag certainly bodes well for the tag champions, as did that of avoidance of contact.
Well, you know, I like both these guys in the ring right now, especially Morrison. I mean, Jericho's a rock star, but I mean, look at Morrison. Man, he's got the rock star look going as well, and tons of athletic ability. People think he's brash and arrogant. What about Jericho? Oh, look at this move.
Miz trying a cheap shot, and Jericho countered. Oh gosh, what a shot that was. The springboard kick right to the face of Chris Jericho by John Morrison, and that's some of that athleticism that I was referring to earlier about Morrison and Miz. Miz resilient, right back up on the apron, and accepts the tag from his partner.
Check out the athleticism of John Morrison.
Balance,
and
timing, accuracy.
Nobody saw it any better than Chris Jericho.
Jericho could tell you right now Morrison's boot size, and the kick to the face as the Miz continues to focus on that part of the anatomy.
You know, Miz sort of reminds me of Jericho as well. I mean, how many times have we used the word brash, arrogant, cocky, confident?
And we've used those same adjectives to describe Shawn Michaels on occasion.
Well, that's true as well. Oh, wow.
Nice strategy. Classic tag team strategy by Miz and Morrison, isolating Chris Jericho, wrestling the match in the champion's half of the ring. You got to like the fact that Morrison's keeping his body between Jericho and Shawn Michaels.
And you're right, this is classic 2-on-1 strategy here. And Miz catching Jericho looking the other way. You know what? We're talking about Jericho and Michaels as a tag team here tonight. What do you suppose King Regal's, what was his idea in teaming these two guys together? Is there some sort of reason? Obviously.
And Jericho catches Morrison a little bit over his head there. And young John Morrison just ate some shoe leather. Miz trying to get involved.
Was it Jericho?
Yeah, but I don't think the Miz wasn't the legal man. Miz got what a cheap shot by Morrison on Shawn Michaels. Michaels got cheap shotted. And
look at this. Oh, wow!
Good Lord, what sweet chin music.
Oh man, look how bad that hurt Michaels.
Michaels retaliated. The lion saw. And Jericho, after sweet chin music, takes advantage. Shawn Michaels was never in this match legally, but Shawn Michaels' presence, even on one leg, has been felt greatly.
I wonder if that was enough to make a believer out of Jericho.
Michaels gutted it up.
Let me just say this. If Shawn Michaels is not hurt, he deserves an Academy Award.
I don't think Michaels is about Academy Awards, but look at this. The cheap shot.
Here's the cheap shot right here. Shawn not even in the ring. And John Morrison nailing him, but John Morrison paid the price. Watch the sweet chin music, but look at Shawn go down immediately.
Morrison's head snapping back. Jericho capitalizing, and Jericho with a very, he must be thinking, is Michaels hurt or is he not?
Shiver, their knees get weak whenever they see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy.
Chris, I came out here.
No, I know why you came out here, and I just want to tell you, I wanted to apologize to your face, but I thought I'd come and apologize publicly first.
Look, you don't have to apologize.
No, it's the least I can do, Shawn. After all week long, I've been walking around over the last 3 weeks, talking about your knee injury, and it's not real, and...
Chris, you're not the one that needs to apologize, all right? For the first time in my career, I feigned an injury. You were right. I'm not hurt.
Okay. I know what you're doing, Shawn. Very good, very good. Nice try, well played. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not buying it. You're not going to fool me twice, Shawn. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to play some mind games, get into my head before Judgment Day, get the mental advantage. Shawn, come on. This is not my first day on the job. Does this say rookie on my forehead? R-O-O-K-I-E? Does it say rookie anywhere? I've been doing this for 17 years, Shawn. And that type of mental trickery might have worked on Batista, but it's not going to work on me. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board and come up with a whole bunch of a better game plan if you're going to try and fool me.
Look, Chris. I told Batista, I told you, I told everybody that I would do whatever it takes to win. And I did just that. You were right. I'm not hurt.
Now you're starting to insult my intelligence, Michaels. You see, every time it's... The problem with you, Shawn, is you think you're smarter than everybody else. Okay? But I'm not buying it. I'm on to you. And I know that you're hurt. I know in my heart that you're hurt. And it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do.
Trust me when I tell you, I'm not hurt.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks.
Oh!
The vibes are good. While I got the moves. That really move. I said chill. Up and down that spine. I'm just a sexy boy.
Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho this Sunday will meet again on completely different terms, if you will. Michaels isn't hurt, obviously. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho at Judgment Day. What an illustration.
Well, I think that ought to convince Jericho.
And I'm convinced.
They see me walk.
Oh, man.
They hear me talk. I make them feel.
Are you ready? You know this. You think you can tell us what to do? Huh? You think that you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better than a break into something fool? We just got tired of doing what you told us to do, and that's a break's for. Yeah, that's the breaks of the man. I said break it down. Degeneration. Degeneration. You think that you can tell me what to do? Do you know who you're talking to? You better get used to the ways of all bounces. I see what you got. It measures in ounces, but that's a breaks, boy. Yeah, that's the breaks, little man. Come on. Oh, degeneration. Degeneration. Think you're a big man? I'll treat you like a little man. Yeah, you feel that? That's it. Build that shit up. Now take it down. Tell me what it's like to be half a man. It must break your heart to see what I am. That's the breaks, boy. That's the breaks, little man.
HBK, all of our fans around the world love you. You feigned a knee injury for almost a month.
Michaels fought out of the predicament, but Michaels' left knee got all tangled up when he hit the canvas.
You blatantly lied about it to me. When you finally admitted the truth.
Trust me when I tell you. I'm not hurt.
The super kicked me right in the face. You got cheered more than ever. How does Shawn Michaels, one of the greatest performers of all time, turn into such a lying, cheating, pathetic little worm of a human being?
Oh, Jericho assaulting Michaels. Oh, stopping Michaels dead in his tracks.
This is what you want to do. You started all this.
Shawn Michaels is paying a very big price every time he comes out here. Because mark my words, I'm right about Shawn Michaels, and it won't be too long before he turns on all of you as well. Long before he misled me, he was misleading and lying to his best friends for years and years. You don't believe me? Let's see the evidence.
There are absolutely no problems with the Rockers whatsoever. I can assure you of that.
See, one without the other isn't any good. Rockers are
when he hit the canvas. We may have broke into this one. Oh my God!
Shawn Michaels said that he would do any and everything to win this match, and we just saw it.
Lies, deception, betrayal, selfishness, ego. That's what Shawn Michaels is all about, and yet you continue to cheer him. Is that what you're all about as well? So you continue to chant HBK, HBK, HBK. It's pathetic. That's fine, chant it all you want, because you're no longer allowed to chant for me. I refuse to allow you to cheer for me any longer, because I am not like any one of you. I'm an honest man. I'm a good-hearted person. As a matter of fact, there's only one other person on this entire planet, one other human being in this world who's like me, and that's the young man who came down here last week and defended me. The young man who helped me lay out Triple H and John Cena in this ring. The young man who didn't want to wait for Shawn Michaels to turn on him, so he did something about it. That young man's name is Lance Cade. Now, Lance, when Shawn left the WWE, he had his very own wrestling school, and you were his prize student. Isn't that right?
That's exactly right, Chris. I was the greatest athlete to ever come out of the Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy. And you know, I'm aware of the fact that Shawn may have helped me get to the WWE, but I knew once I made it big, Shawn was going to pretend to be my friend. And then he was going to turn his back on me, just like he has every single person in his past. Unlike Shawn, Chris, you're a man. You tell it like it is. You're someone I can trust. Shawn Michaels, he's not going to get the chance to turn his back on me, because I won't give him that chance. And Chris, all of these people, they may not appreciate you, but I do.
Thank you, Lance. I appreciate that. For you, the worst is yet to come. Oh, yes, Shawn. The worst is yet to come.
Chris Jericho came within an eye of any right here. Oh, and Michaels and Jericho.
Watch it, watch it! Oh!
Oh my God!
Oh, God.
Jericho threw Shawn Michaels.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, goodness.
Intercontinental Championship on the line here at a Night of Champions. Michaels, Adrian is here. And Kingston, look at this. The distraction. Kofi Kingston. Every time he comes out here. Oh, that big right fist right into the eye of Shawn Michaels. The worst is yet to come.
Chris Jericho challenged me to a match at the Great American Bash. I've just got 2 words for you. I accept.
Here comes Chris Jericho. Was actually a protege of Shawn Michaels at one time. Yeah, but as of late, he's become Jericho's shadow.
What are you, an idiot? You've been taking a lot of beatings lately, haven't you, Shawn? And yet you still accepted my match at the Bash. You're going in there at a huge disadvantage, and why? Just the fact you haven't tried to attack me already tells me all I need to know about your eye. You're hurt. You're really hurt, Shawn. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. You're still the injured legend who pulls everything he can and pulls out all the stops. You want to be a martyr? You want to be a martyr, and for what? For them? For all of them? If you're incapacitated, are they going to pay your mortgage? Are they going to pay for your kids' educations? No, I don't think so. And your protege, Lance Cade, isn't asleep. Our eyes are wide open. And we see what's going on. We see what's going on with you.
That's it. You see, this whole time, I thought you despised me because you thought I was a liar. You know that I could leave this business today and I'd be remembered forever. What can I say, Chris? I'm HBK.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
In the eyes of these people, they seem to just give me a...
Yeah, they just seem to give you a free pass every single time, Shawn.
I mean, look at you. You're the epitome of success. You've held every major championship. But still, in spite of all that, you're not content. You will never be me.
Remember, Lance Cade was once trained by Shawn Michaels. Cade has really taught everything he knows from Shawn, and now it's Cade following well, being influenced, I should say, by Jericho.
Well, I assure you, there's the old saying that Shawn Michaels may have taught Cade everything Cade knows, but he certainly didn't know everything Shawn Michaels knows.
Come on, Shawn Michaels!
Oh, listen to this.
Shawn Michaels, where are you? Huh? Where are you?
Y2J actually defined Shawn Michaels.
To our point earlier,
Come out here.
sending a message. Walls of Jericho trying to lock in. Look at this. Chris Jericho. Paul London in trouble.
Oh, man, look at the way London's body is contorted.
Twisted and contorted, and he has to tap out. Paul London must tap out. He had no choice.
All right, you won, Jericho.
Here is your winner by submission, Y2J, Chris Jericho.
I mean, you've known Chris Jericho for a long time. I mean, he's so different. You know, that person I knew a few years
Well, I'm
ago.
going to tell you something. You got to be impressed. He's cocky, he's arrogant, but he backs it up.
Paul London, I want you to listen to me very closely. I want you to take this loss and use it to your advantage to change the path your career is on. Because you have two roads to follow. You can follow Chris Jericho's road that leads to honor and integrity, or you can follow Shawn Michaels' road that leads to deceit and lies and cowardice. But make your choice wisely, Paul, because if you follow my path, you can achieve greatness, legendary status that I have. Or you can follow Shawn Michaels' path that leads to nothing but disgrace and pain. So much pain.
I know I'm sexy.
There he is. The Heartbreak Kid.
While I got the move,
See that scar on his right eye. Caused by Chris Jericho. A couple of different assaults.
Well, I don't think Shawn Michaels is going to just walk into the lion's den there. Cade with that steel
By
chair.
now, Chris Jericho, everybody knows I can't change your mind, and I can assure you, you will never change mine. You believe you have taken the path of righteousness and truth, and I say, you don't know the meaning of those two words. But there is one thing you and I do agree on. This Sunday at the Great American Bash, the worst is truly yet to come.
continue. Therefore, the winner is Chris Jericho.
Everything that happened last night is all of your fault. Every single thing you just saw is on each and every one of you. There's no blood on my hands. Shawn came out and wrestled last night even though he knew he was hurt, even though I knew that he was hurt, and he did it to please all of you. He did it to make all of you happy because you inspire him. You inspire him to do things that no other human being should do or could do. Shawn took one chance too many, and now he is paying for your sins. When I came back to the WWE, I said I was coming back to save all of you. Then I realized you don't deserve to be saved. You made your choice to side with a liar and an egomaniac, and you will regret that decision the same way that Shawn Michaels will regret his decision for the rest of his life. Because as he said earlier, in all probability, Shawn Michaels' career is over. Shawn has cracked ribs, he has internal bleeding, and worst of all, he apparently has a detached retina which will prohibit him from seeing properly for the rest of his life. He was brutalized, he was damaged, and I have no remorse whatsoever. But the ironic thing is, by closing Shawn's eye, he opened my eyes as well. He proved to me that I don't have to be obsessed with pleasing a group of people who can't think for themselves, with no morals and no integrity. People like all of you, people who didn't accept me when I came back to the WWE. You never embraced me. You never took me in your arms. You vilified me. You cut me down. You booed me, you ignored me, you wanted the wild and crazy guy with the long hair who told the jokes. I'm not that man anymore. I have matured, I have grown up. Shawn Michaels never has, and none of you ever have either. And as disturbing as this might sound, I'm actually proud of what I did. I'm proud of what happened to Shawn Michaels last night. And by possibly ending the career of the most corrupt, immoral, disruptive individual in WWE history, I now consider myself saved.
I recently had an appointment with my doctors for a compounded with all the other countless injuries I've had over my career. His recommendation was for me to walk away. And ultimately, I know this is not going to be a popular decision, but I know it's the right one. It is time for me to heed the doctor's advice and walk away. So I want to come out here, and from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank. If you have even the slightest amount of human decency, you will get out of this ring right now.
No,
I'm not going to allow you to take the eye injury that I gave you and mix it in with all the rest of your injuries and go out on your own terms. That's not going to happen. I'm not going anywhere until you admit to the world that the reason why you're walking away isn't because of your doctor's orders or your family's influence. You need to go home and talk to your precious little children and tell them why Daddy can't go to work anymore. You're walking away because of what Chris Jericho did to you. You need to admit that to your wife. You need to admit it to yourself in your heart of hearts. And most importantly, you need to admit it to me because I deserve to hear it.
I want you to go home, sit your wife down, your kids down, and tell them, vile, selfish, worthless human being will never, ever be Shawn Michaels.
But ultimately, it's Shawn Michaels that's to blame. The last moment you ever spent in this ring was cradling the head of your injured wife. And you're gonna have to live with that. And your family's gonna have to live with that for the rest of your life. And knowing that you were the one who's responsible for it. You've trashed your legacy forever. And Shawn, I think you deserved it.
To everyone that has asked me about my wife, Rebecca, I just want to let them know that she's hurt. But after being married to me for almost 10 years, she's tough and she's going to be okay. Last week, I went home to take care of my wife and children, and I really tried to look at this like a rational human being. I tried to tell myself that it was all an accident, that Chris Jericho didn't mean to hit my wife. And then we sat down to watch Raw, and I watched as Chris Jericho came into this ring and blamed me, blamed all of you, and showed absolutely no remorse for what he had done. Do you want to know why I didn't send in a letter of resignation, Chris Jericho? It's because I have earned the right to come out here and tell the people who have supported me over the last 20 years, thank you. But the thing is, I didn't realize that coming out here and saying goodbye for the last time was going to be so hard. And that's why I had my wife, Rebecca, with me, to lift me up and support me like she's done for the last 10 years. And what did she get for that? She got punched right in the face. And as we sat there watching Chris Jericho, you came out here and practically blamed her for everything that had happened. And that's when I turned to her. And I looked into her eyes. And I knew. That I was not going anywhere.
Shawn, you're a very lucky man. You're lucky I'm here at the WWE studios and not in that arena right now. You're lucky that I was asked not to appear on Raw because people are afraid of what I would do to you if I was. You stand there and say you want me, Shawn. Do you have any idea what would happen if you got me? The last time we faced each other, I destroyed you. I literally tore you apart. But you were still able to leave the ring on your own. But if we faced each other again, you wouldn't leave that ring at all. You understand me, Shawn? But then again, I see through you. I know what you're all about. I know how conniving and calculating and selfish you've always been. You're trying to goad me into this match because you know what I was going to do to you. And then you would sue me, you would bring me down, this entire company down, you would slap me with the biggest
The reason I
lot.
want this match is because if I do to you what I want to do to you, Chris Jericho, they'll throw me in jail. But in this ring, I can legally do whatever I want. I'll do whatever it takes, Chris. I'll sign anything. Any waiver, any release, a hold harmless agreement, anything you want. No rules, no constrictions, no liabilities. I don't want anyone held responsible for what I'm gonna do to you, except me.
What you're gonna do to me? Shawn, have you forgotten what I'm capable of? Have you forgotten the places that I'm willing to go? You need a reminder, go look at yourself in the mirror. Try and see out of that damaged eye, or better yet, look at your poor, pretty wife's swollen face. Read the orders from the doctor that urge you not to return to that ring. Shawn, if I accept this unsanctioned match, forget about your career. We're talking about your entire life that's going to change.
Are you going to accept this match? Or are you going to tell me what I already know? My wife is tougher than you.
Okay. I accept. But Shawn, I'm going to warn you right now. Do not allow your wife and your precious little children to watch this match, because they'll be horrified with what they see if they do. Shawn, at 2 weeks at the aptly titled Unforgiven,
You don't know the meaning of the word unforgiven. I will never, ever forgive you, Chris Jericho, for what you've done to me and my family. And you need to understand, Chris, I'm not looking to pin your shoulders to the mat, and I could care less about stealing the show. I have one thing, and one thing only in mind. An eye for an eye.
I've been asked by Mike Adamle to moderate this contract signing between Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels that will make their match at Unforgiven completely unsanctioned. Mike Adamle has said that if there's any physicality between the two of you here tonight, your match at Unforgiven will be called off.
When you told me to sit my wife and kids down and tell them that I would never be like you, I forbade them from watching Unforgiven because I do not want them to see the brutality or cruelty that I'm capable of. And Shawn, believe me, you don't know the half of it. And I said, listen, I will never be a lying and manipulative, solipsistic egomaniac like Shawn Michaels. And at Unforgiven, with no legal restrictions or ramifications to hold me back, I am going to finish you off forever.
Unforgiven. It's an appropriate name, isn't it, Chris? Because I will never forgive you for what you've done to me. But your wife and children won't be watching. Mine won't either. But someday God can forgive me for what I do to you.
Hey, it's Cade! Lance Cade! Forgiven. It will be an eye for an eye.
I'm not sorry for a single thing that I've done to you or your family. I am going to finish you off forever. And at Unforgiven, with no legal restrictions or ramifications to hold me back. And I want you to remember that you asked for this match.
No rules, no liabilities. I'll do whatever it takes, Chris. I'll sign anything.
The only person to blame for all this is yourself.
All the suffering that you have put me through.
And you're a broken man with a disappointed wife.
With absolutely no remorse. Is gonna rain down on you at Unforgiven. I will never forgive you for what you've done to me. Unforgiven. It's an appropriate name, isn't it, Chris? My only hope is that someday God can forgive me. An eye for an eye. For what I do to you.
The following is an unsanctioned match. The only way to end the match is by pinfall or submission.
You're the fake, set it up, go underground. You feeling it? This future sound? No.
change anything.
Not at all. Kane is still the current world champion. Spinebuster to Kane. The cover. Does he get him? He got it.
Oh, whoa!
Mysterio. Hey! Wait! Jericho's the world champion.
It's over.
What in the world?
Heavyweight champion, Chris Jericho.
A horrible night for Chris Jericho has turned into the night of his life.
Jericho with an unbelievable turn of events. Can you believe this night for Chris Jericho?
I am Chris Jericho, and I'm the new World Heavyweight Champion. For those of you who didn't see Unforgiven last night on pay-per-view, let me explain to you exactly what happened if you're a little confused. Last night I faced the wrath of a self-righteous hypocrite named Shawn Michaels. Let me show you exactly what this good person did to me last night.
Go ahead. Get a close-up.
Shawn Michaels whipped me like a dog. Oh, yeah. What kind of a person would intentionally disfigure another man? I'll tell you who, Shawn Michaels would, and he's a hypocrite. But that match was an unsanctioned match. That means it's not official. That means it doesn't exist. He's at home right now celebrating with his precious little family. Shawn's hand might have been raised as the winner, and he might have been announced as winning the match by the ring announcer. It never really happened. So in essence, what did Shawn Michaels really accomplish? Nothing. What did I accomplish last night? This. Mike, the winner of JBL and Batista will face me. I'm the champion. I've got the title. Huh?
I was approached by someone else. Let me introduce your opponent at No Mercy for the World Heavyweight Championship.
We have fought in an unsanctioned match. What more can you and I possibly do to one another? There's a match that some people say I revolutionized. Not only thrilling, not only exhilarating, but will allow me to permanently disfigure you for the World Heavyweight Championship in a ladder match.
Championship will be defended in a ladder match at No Mercy. Jericho versus Shawn Michaels for the title.
Like the brainless sycophants that you are, the mindless sheep that you are, you all blindly believed what he said. Here's a news flash for you. Just because Shawn Michaels says something doesn't mean that it's true.
I have won more high-profile ladder matches than Shawn Michaels has ever appeared in his entire life. The very last thing that you will all see is this. Chris Jericho, still the World Heavyweight Champion.
But I'd like to give you all a little demonstration of what exactly I'm going to do to Shawn Michaels this Sunday. Cade, get a ladder up from underneath that ring. Well, Shawn, I will prop you up against that steel post and use the ladder to smash your face in. And use the ladder as a battering ram over and over again. Put your head on that... Put your head on that steel stairs, put your body in between this ladder, and use it to slam it on your neck again and again and again. When you're the best in the world, you don't need luck.
Match more personal, more emotional than any in recent memory.
I'm the new World Heavyweight Champion. That match was an unsanctioned match. That means it's not official.
2, 1, it's over! Jericho's the world champion!
Celebrate now because I need you to start focusing on No Mercy.
I'm your most valuable asset on this show. You need to take care of me.
An idea for a title match that was so exciting, I couldn't pass it up.
There's a match that some people say I revolutionized. What more can you and I possibly do to one another? Championship in a ladder match will allow me to permanently disfigure you.
I have won more high-profile ladder matches than Shawn Michaels, and all that's done is given me a weapon of destruction. Maim and hurt somebody with a ladder more than me. Still the World Heavyweight Champion.
Come on. You know I got you. Break the wall down. Break the wall down. Come on, come on. For those about to run, I'm the one to war. You're the Judas and I'm the priest. Baby, what I got belongs to me.
I'm not hurt.
And I know that you're hurt. I know in my heart that you're hurt.
Trust me when I tell you, I'm not hurt.
How does Shawn Michaels, one of the greatest performers of all time, turn into such a lying, pathetic little worm of a human being?
And I'm here to tell you, Chris Jericho, no matter what you ever achieve, you will never be me. After talking it over with my wife, Rebecca, and other family members, we've decided it is time for me to heed the doctor's advice and walk away.
You are walking away from this business because of Chris Jericho.
I want you to sit your wife, your kids down, look them in the eye, tell them that Daddy will never, ever be Shawn Michaels.
I'm not sorry for a single thing that I've done to you or your family, Shawn. With no legal restrictions or ramifications to hold me back, I am going to finish you off forever.
And all the suffering that you have put me through is gonna rain down on you at Unforgiven with absolutely no remorse.
Good things happen to good people, and I am a good person. Shawn Michaels told me that I would never be him, and he was right. I'm not Shawn Michaels. I'm better.
I've got the moves that really move 'em. I said chill, up and down their spine. I'm just bubbly. I'm not your bubbly toy. I'm just a bubbly boy. I'm not your bubbly toy.
Chris, hold on a second. Little friendly heads up. There's a certain gigantic bad dresser who's looking to have some words with you, and it didn't sound like nice ones either.
I can take care of myself, Shawn. But let's back up a little. You're calling someone a bad dresser? The sexy boy with the chaps?
No, the claws are out. All that losing has made you a bit testy.
Maybe you haven't been paying attention lately, but that losing streak is all in the past. Just like you. Hey, can you excuse us for a second? Give us 2 minutes. Thanks.
Shawn is gay. Shawn is not gay.
The truth will be told. Huh?
Okay, maybe the guys feel the same way too, whatever. What?
Is it real? Is it not real?
He hugged me and he thanked me. That, my friends, is closure. It is finished.
Okay. I know what you're doing, Shawn. Very good, very good. Nice try, well played. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not buying it. You're not going to fool me twice, Shawn. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to play some mind games, get into my head.
You stand there and say you want me, Shawn. Do you have any idea what would happen if you got me? You need to admit that to your wife. You need to go home and talk to your precious little children and tell them. And you need to admit it to yourself in your heart of hearts. And most importantly, you need to admit it to me because I deserve to hear it.
If I do to you what I want to do to you, Chris Jericho, they'll throw me in jail.
I read the book, and yeah, I guess she moved in a little too much, and he connected flush on that face. And
what if he hit her in the eye and just made them both look retarded?
There's been severe damage done to my eye.
By the way, who's the husband? Because Shawn Michaels watches this guy punch his wife. The guy stands within 2 feet of him for 2 whole minutes, towering over of him, and he doesn't do shit. HBK just looks up at him like, don't hit me too. Please don't hit me too. And don't hit her again. Take everything. He threw his wallet at Jericho's feet.
That's funny that you would be the I'm going to get up and fight guy, because I have, now that I am married, I've kind of turned into, in that moment, she'd want someone to nurture her. If you just left her there to fight, it would be like,
she's fine.
She's fine.
More importantly, Jericho's fine, and he shouldn't be. You should be beating the shit out of him. He punched your wife, ladies. Yes, there'll be plenty of time to nurture her after you get revenge on live TV in front of 20,000 people that just watched him punch your wife in front of
I
him.
think Shawn knew that the ultimate assault back would be an unsanctioned match at Unforgiven 08. I think he knew that if he retaliated then, Rebecca might have been mad at him, like, why would you leave me there? I got punched in the face and you left me. You broke my dad's glasses. It would have been one of those storylines. So I'm definitely glad he went and tended to her. Jericho walked away. And when these guys have an unsanctioned match, I have a feeling Shawn's going to do something he'll never be able to forgive.
Sit your wife down. Your kids down.
And by the way, Jericho's wife and kids are so adorable on Instagram. I really hope he sat them down and let them know that daddy is not Shawn Michaels. This was the greatest line, the greatest segment. The stare downs were real. The retirement was real. The interruption was real. And the punch, most importantly, was real.
I think it's one of the best storylines in WWE history.
Well, no, you've always said, like, they need to do a DVD of that.
I really think they do.
Like, I'll just take another DVD for the royalties. Good enough for me.